Good morning. My name is Tumiso Makubela, and I am a student with STADIO doing PGCE in Agriculture and Natural Sciences. So, um, in our agriculture module, we are required to do a video demonstration where we are going to choose between topic number 2 and topic number 3. And myself, I chose to present the topic number 3, which talks about practical work. So one could be asking, what is practical work? What are its benefits? How is it done? And what is the overall importance of having it in schools? So, to my understanding, uh, practical work talks more about bringing ideas into reality, bringing the theories, the phenomena, the definitions that you have in class, all the regulations in class, bring them on the field and doing them step by step and proving certain hypotheses. More, more like proving that this thing that they teach in class, is it really true? For example, if we are saying the pH of the soil affects the soil air mass, for example, or the soil air or nutrients. So the practical will require you to go into the field and go to prove if for real the pH of the soil does affect the soil nutrients or the soil air. So what happens is you have got different types of practical work. The first one that we normally have, that we are used to, most of us, is the what you call the laboratory experiment, whereby one has to go into the lab readily with a topic or a segment or a prepared points or instructions that one has to follow in order to achieve something. It's done in an enclosed environment where in an enclosed environment called the lab. And then you've got what we call field trips. For example, you want learners to know about artificial insemination in what you call in cattle. Then you decide to do what we call a field trip. You visit a nearby farm around so they can see the whole process of what we call artificial insemination, and this will help them increase their interest in the idea of agriculture as a whole, right? And then the other thing that we do is group projects. So most of the time we motivate group projects, especially when it comes to school learners. You want them to know how to collaborate. You want them to know how to work with one another. You want them to discuss ideas, correct each other before you could come in as a teacher. So we group learners in groups, and then we advise them to look for a certain topic, and then they go into the field and then do exactly what you had arranged for them. For example, you tell learners that they should group themselves in groups of 5, and then they have to go and establish a certain crop on the field from doing soil preparation, what you call seed bed. Then they be 5 in groups. Then you make sure everyone is involved in that group project. So the other one is what we call hands-on activities. Like I just mentioned with group projects, you want learners to feel exactly what this topic about. When we say land preparation involves this and this in class, that is theory. We're talking theoretical matters or in a theoretical way. But then the moment they go into the field, they get hands on and do exactly what was required of them to do, then you know they are on the right track. So the other one is research projects. You allow learners to go out there, seek information regarding agriculture. For example, you give them a topic, the importance of agricultural resources in Nkotobona and surrounding areas. Then they go there, interview people with questionnaires. That is what we call research projects. They go interview people, they ask them, how are these agricultural resources improving our lives? How are they impacting lives? So things like employment, people will tell you about things like employment, the money that they make from selling these resources, the food they get from this. So this is what we are talking about when we say research project. So what are the benefits of all this? The first benefit will be competency in agriculture. You want learners that are competent enough. We are not only doing this for when someone is in high school. We want you to go out there as learners and go and represent the community that you come from, represent the career that you chose, show real interest, show understanding of what it is about. And then the other thing is you want learners to apply theory in real life. You don't want someone to say the definition of soil pH is alkalinity or acidity and they end there. You want them to know exactly how the soil looks like when it's acidic or alkaline. You want them to know how the water in the soil and air will behave if this is an acidic soil, right? So that is, and the way in which you're going to do these practicals. The first one is that you have to make sure that you have got, because we said we do them in labs, laboratories, you do them in what you call, you do them in laboratories, you do them in field trips and all that. So you want to make sure before you even do these practicals, you want to make sure that learners have got the available materials needed for the what, for that practical. Sometimes you have to take precautionary measures for their safety, that the learners before they go out there, or students before going out there, they know exactly that they are protected, because we deal with chemicals in labs. We do a lot of things, right? You have to provide them with a clean environment. Sometimes you have to keep them prepared mentally before they even go into the field. So that is all that coming from me regarding practical work as far as agriculture is involved. So it helps learners bring theory into real life, and that is what we want, for learners to experience reality with the topics that we teach them.